welcome to another episode of Asexual, my Asexual Life. This is the place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon so you get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you find the content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form. I just want to give this channel some like love. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. So in today's video, a brief live stream, I want to tell you that asexuality is not a choice. So I had a message, private message today from someone who I need to get back to, and they were asking me about what is it called when being asexual and aromantic is a choice. And so you can't be asexual by choice. I just want to make this perfectly clear. Asexuality is the sexual orientation. It's not a lifestyle. It's not something you just pick off the shelf like a pair of curtains and, you know, try them on in your room, or you pick a favourite top and you try it on for size. That isn't asexuality, right? If you're abstaining from sex for whatever reason, that's what it is. You're abstaining from sex. You're stopping yourself from having it. You're for whatever reason, right? I have to say that this person brought into the conversation about libido, right? So libido is classed as sex drive, and some asexuals can still have a sex drive without actually experiencing sexual attraction. For me, this is a bit of a dodgy area. So for me, I experience high levels of arousal, but I would say I don't actually experience a sex drive because I have no drive for sex whatsoever. Diddly squat. You know, I don't have any desire for sex. But basically, asexuality is a sexual orientation that is a lack of sexual attraction. But if you're really horny and you would like to have sex with someone, if the opportunity arose and you actually look at someone and think, I'd like sex with you, or anyone like that, then you're not asexual. So you really have to figure out like what it is you feel, what it is you actually experiencing in your body, whether it's like a sex drive that's aimed at absolutely no one because you don't actually get sexually attracted to anyone, whether it's high arousal levels but actually they don't make you want to have sex because it's just genitalia feelings, or whether you actually may be on the more grey end of the asexual spectrum and have sexual attraction but not enough to want to act on it, or only in limited rare or specific circumstances. Or you have to assess whether you're just literally heterosexual maybe, or another type of sexual and sex repulsed, because you can be a heterosexual and sex repulsed. You can be a sexual person and sex repulsed. Just because you are sexual doesn't mean to say that your whole makeup and nature wants sex. You know, like, you're more likely to be a sexual person that's sex repulsed if you've had a bad sexual experience than if you're asexual, because asexuality is a sexual orientation that's a lack of sexual attraction. Whereas if someone was having a bad experience and that influenced them sexually, it would mean that would be stopping them from having sex. I'm a asexual person who has had sexual abuse in the past, but I had all my sexual relationships, all my sex after the sexual abuse. So that didn't stop me having sex, because I can have sex if I want to. It's just I have no desire to, because I don't get sexually attracted to anyone. I never look at someone and think, I want sex with you. I just did it in the past because I thought I had to as part of a normal relationship. And, you know, it doesn't ever make me feel in my body that I want sex. I never look at someone and think, God, I want sex with you. It just never happens. Honestly, it just never happens. It's just like, as weird as it may sound to people who are sexual, it just, I don't feel that way. I never feel that way. Even if I really love the guy, even if I feel so passionate towards him, even if I want to snog his damn face off, right? I might get really, really high arousal levels. But maybe in the past as well, I would have enjoyed some touching, right? But actually, intercourse does nothing for me. I find it very boring overall. And although I can physically do the stuff, the fluid stuff and that, it's just like, I don't call it an orgasmic experience. I don't think it's great at all. I think it's quite boring. I think kissing is much better. It's much more passionate. It's much more exciting. It's much better exercise. And it's just much more enjoyable. I mean, you can naturally be excited without having to force anything and push something into something else. And, oh, you know what I mean? And so for me, all the excitements and the kissing, someone I'm really aesthetically and romantically attracted to and deeply emotionally bonded. I mean, wow, if you kiss someone who you've got a deep emotional connection with, honestly, it's like literally kissing inside their soul. And you just don't want to come out because you're just like, oh, this person's so gorgeous, so beautiful. I mean, especially if they've got a gorgeous personality. Like, looks is important to me, but I do love a gorgeous personality. If I come across a guy who's really intelligent, really understands me, beautiful personality, you know, even if he wasn't my usual aesthetic type of look, I would still be, oh, thanks for the thumbs up, lots of love. I would still be so enthralled by him. I still be so wanting to kiss him, because when you've got that beautiful personality, you know, that really draws you together, a person that really understands you like no other, and a person that, you know, just makes you feel great when you're in their company or talking to them, and just knows how to say the right things naturally. I mean, really, that person is so super special. Do you know what I mean? You just can't describe how it makes you feel. And so, you know, for me, yeah, aesthetic attraction is really important, has been, but I can become aesthetic attracted to a guy that I haven't been previously, or not so much, because I love his personality. Thank you for the thumbs up. Rain Tundra, hi Sandra, sorry it's been so long. It's hard to get a signal on the farm. We had 18 biglets, 14 baby goats, and 2 new baby horses. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Oh, thank you, Ray. Lots of love. Nice to see you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, I'm going to be Skyping my best friend Sam in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go, and my food's in the oven, so I can't be long tonight. But it's really nice to see you, Ray. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you. Wow, you've been so busy. Yeah, you're working on a farm now. That's great. Eddie, food, yeah. Everyone's listening. Yeah, so my food's literally in the oven. And because I'm Skyping my best friend Sam, yeah, so I'm going to be not streaming too long tonight, but I'm really looking forward to catching up with them too. So yeah, so, and obviously because I've got a full-time job now, I'm a store sales manager, it's a lot of extra hours and work for me, so I do get more tired and have to sleep quicker nowadays. So I get into a new routine that's kind of difficult sometimes, but yeah, I'm surviving and thriving and flourishing after a fashion with the support of my friends, because there has been a few difficulties with settling in, shall we say. 50 degrees here and rain, so soon I have to leave to the market, and after that cook. So you're cooking too. So yeah, so my food's in the oven, it'll be done very soon. I have to cook my lunch for the next day for work as well as cook my food for my evening meal here, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, getting back to this video quickly before I go off the stream, it's like, you know, asexuality is not a choice, right? Asexuality, I have to drum into you, it's a sexual orientation that's a lack of sexual attraction. So it means you never look at someone and think, I want sex with you, or her, or him, whoever. Do you know what I mean? And so people get very confused. Like, abstaining is different. If you're just abstaining for marriage, or abstaining till you find the right person, abstaining because you're very picky about who you have sex with, that's not asexuality. That's just abstaining. That's just staying celibate for a certain amount of time, or for religious reasons. It's not asexuality. You can't say to me, oh, what is it when I choose to be asexual? That's like me saying, well, I'm choosing to be, you know, a different type of person. Like, you can pretend to be, but you don't, you know what I mean? But you're not actually really asked. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't, if I pretended to be heterosexual, it would be stupid because I don't experience sexual attraction. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't fake sexual orientation. Well, you can. There's lots of people pretending to be a sexual orientation they're not. But you know in your heart of hearts what you are. And asexuality is a sexual orientation that's lack of sexual attraction. If you're looking at women or men or whatever gender and you're thinking, damn, they're hot, I'd like to have sex with them, or wow, I'd like, you know, like, I'm a great, like, sexy lover and stuff like that. Like, when a woman comes round, I can just, like, you know, have sex with her, make love, or whatever you, in other words, intercourse. You're not asexual, you know, you have to understand this. There's nothing wrong with abstaining from sex, but don't confuse it or say it's asexuality when it's not. Do you know what I mean? You can't choose. It just makes a mockery of asexuality, to be quite honest, when people are like, oh, I choose to be asexual, live an asexual life. No, you're choosing to abstain from sex. You're choosing to have a sex-free life. That's completely different to not looking at someone and wanting sex with them, like if I get any arousal, it's in my genitalia. It doesn't make me want to have sex with anyone. Eddie, or people say, oh, you are not asexual, just frigid. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, it works the other way around, Eddie. Exactly. Like, you know, like just because you're not having sex doesn't mean to say you're frigid or afraid. It just means if you're not having sex and you don't experience sexual attraction, it's because you don't experience sexual attraction. You're not sexually attracted to someone, then most of the time you don't want sex. It's like if you see a cake and the cake is not appealing, and you look at the cake and think, I don't fancy that, then why would you eat the cake? You just wouldn't, unless you want to get it splattered all over your face and in a mess, and you'll be like, God, get me out of this mess because I'm not being true to who I am and I didn't want the cake in the first place. Do you know what I'm talking about? So, you know, just be aware that asexuality is, I hate pineapple cake, I won't eat it. Exactly, Eddie, you know? So asexuality is not a choice. It's not like you're choosing like a jumper today. Today I'm wearing like this grey jumper, or, you know, that you're choosing to put an item of clothing on or choosing to do something. It's that, you know, it's a genuine sexual orientation. There's a lack of sexual attraction. That means, in specific terms, you never look at someone and think, I want sex with you and I want it now, or I want sex with you at all, with anyone, right? So asexuality is a sexual orientation that's a lack of sexual attraction. If you experience very little sexual attraction, but or under rare or limited or specific circumstances, but you don't experience it at all the rest of the time, you'd be known as a grey asexual on the more sexual end of the asexual spectrum, rather than a pure asexual who doesn't experience any sexual attraction whatsoever. I hope I've cleared that up for you, because when I get people messaging me saying, what is it if I choose to be asexual? You can't choose to be asexual. If you choose not to have sex, you're abstaining, right? The difference, people, the difference. Anyway, I'm going to love you and leave you because I'm going to Skype my best friend now. Lots of love to you, Ray. Thanks for coming back. Lots of love to you, Eddie. Really, really appreciate you being here. And take care, because I'm about a minute late. So lots of love. See you on the next video live stream. Take care and have a great day. Anyone reading this now or later should listen to her, because I learned a lot. I'll read that out quickly again. Anyone reading this now or later should listen to her, because I learned a lot. That's from Eddie. Thank you so much, Eddie. And Eddie is not asexual, but has an asexual partner. But Eddie is exactly right. I am an asexuality coach. I specialise in dating relationships as well. So, and I'm an asexual author, speaker and trainer. For 5 years, I've been doing this channel on the 15th of October. So it'll be up my 5-year anniversary officially. That's when I actually, you know, had my first official launch, but I put a video on here before then, so we're pretty much 5 years old on this channel now. Woo woo! Anyway, I gotta go. Thank you, Eddie. Thanks everyone. Lots of love. Take care.